So we're back with another overview video. So you have 3 assignments as usual and a possible module quiz. We'll look at that in just a moment. But this is going to be a 2-part topic. So I have broken this topic into 2 different areas. The civil rights of the 1900s, especially on a global scale, could be classes all by itself. But we're going to tap into it, hit the wave tops, and see if we can extract what we can out of it. So I'm going to do a quick overview what the topic is, but you guys can head over to your assignments and see which one appeals to you. So it's an interesting couple of weeks coming our way. So what I want to talk about just real quick in this video is the themes of what the civil rights movement is, and we'll go over, of course, what we're going to be doing this week and the movement itself. The civil rights movement is very specific to the United States. When you hear that phrase, civil rights movement, your mind, if you've had a couple history classes, you should go right back to 1964. And but we do live in a very multicultural, multinational, global community now. We could pick up our phones and we could see civil rights movements all across the globe. So that's what we're kind of honing in on. This module is the themes and patterns and behaviors that a civil rights movement can have, and how universal they are and the end goal. So by definition, a civil rights is a movement that's aimed at achieving equal rights and eliminating discrimination. So you can see how that's a very universal theme. Usually they're focused on equality, on equity, of some type of justice, and just try to remove the term citizen and replace it with human. You know, not so much citizen civil rights, but human rights, something that you are afforded to for just existing. So that's kind of the themes of the civil rights movement as a whole. So what you guys will be focused on for this particular one is going to be, you have your 3 to choose from, and I'll go into them in way more detail in the class, and you have just a grades review. Now, I've broken it up into what I call speeches and riots. Speeches and riots is a big part of the civil rights movement, where this talks about something that's very personable to them, and using your voice and your words and your charismatic nature is one of the hallmarks of a civil rights movement. And there's a very famous, I'm going to date myself here, but MTV, that was music TV back in the day, they had a very specific looking campaign where it was like, yeah, 1 water drop doesn't do anything to you, but imagine a tsunami amount of water drops coming at you. That's speech. That's a big element of it. So what you'll do is you're going to actually listen to a lot of people discuss why they believe their particular fight is so important. So it should be an interesting one. So part of the movements that we're going to look at, let me move me out of the way a little. I tried to get a variety of civil rights movements, and of course I obviously did not catch them all. As you're looking through these assignments and you see like, hey, you need to explore the civil rights from South Africa or from like India, and you're like, hey, you know what? I didn't see my country or culture listed, but I would love to dive into my own personal one. Send me an email. I am totally flexible on how we explore the civil rights movement going forward. So these are a couple of the notable ones here. But that's basically what I want us to focus on this week is the key themes. I'll back us up to right here. They're searching for these right here: the justice, the equality, and the protection of human rights has that kind of just brings you away from nationalistic ideas, patriotic ideas, which aren't bad things. You could definitely be patriotic for your country, but it also kind of takes a step back and explores, well, now that we have this grand nation and this great society, we're all human. So what are the basic human rights that, despite borders, despite sex, you would have this right? You know, so that's kind of what we were exploring this week. So it should be interesting, it should be fun, it should be enlightening. So, all right, I'll turn you guys loose.